Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to another edition of BNA Sports Talk. And before we get into it, I have two announcements. First, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's just do it. Let's get crazy. We're at 800 now, so we're pretty far away. I've gotten like 300 subscribers in the past year, so we're definitely not on pace to do that by the end of the year. But that's my goal. End of the year, 1,000 subscribers. I'm not going to make a huge push for it because I know it's probably not going to happen, but I want it to happen. Let's go. And then finally, BNA Sports. I post some interesting graphics on there, like the past 5 seasons, our first 10 games, offense, defense rankings as far as yards per play. Where are they at? To find out, go to my BNA Sports. But also, I do some like Thursday Night Football predictions. I do some like fun graphics of fun storylines. And I think it's useful. I don't just do like, hey, I'm uploading here, or I'm eating a jelly sandwich. I post some interesting things. But let's get into the video. I want to talk about Mark Colombo. And, you know, this topic feels now it's like 5 days old. But first of all, screw Jason McIntyre for coming out with these rumors like that he fought Joe Judge. First of all, I think Mark Colombo would win that fight. Jason Garrett does have a boxing background apparently, but Mark Colombo, I think, he just beat him with size. And Jason, imagine the respect Joe Judge would have gotten if he like actually fought. I wonder what it would have went down like. Like would the players be, oh, like he's fighting for us and whatever. But I don't know how it got into this fight rabbit hole. The odds. What are the odds? Mark Colombo versus Joe Judge in a boxing cage. Who are we taking? In boxing, maybe Joe Judge. But yeah, so screw Jason McIntyre. Joe Judge would hold his own in a boxing match, and then Mark Colombo just is his ego, man. Like really, you bring in a guy, you're not doing your job, and you're his number one pick, Joe Judge. Try to control his legacy. His legacy is Andrew Thomas. That's his basic starting off point. His first draft, pretty much. You know, he's helped with Dave Gettleman, but that's his first big piece. He's like, let me take control of him. Let me fix what he has. And it's like, okay, if he doesn't have what if Andrew Thomas doesn't have it, then okay. But Joe Judge scouted him. He's like, this guy, I think, is going to be successful. He picked him over 5 or 6 other elite tackles, minus Isaiah Wilson, who hasn't started yet. We'll discuss more about the draft and the picks in a later video. But Mark Colombo has ties to Jason Garrett, and we'll discuss Jason Garrett a little bit. But it's just, I as far as the new head coach or an offensive line coach, I'm optimistic. No matter what Joe Judge does, I'll be like, okay, that's a good move. I don't want to be cultish on it, but I'm like, the moves he's made so far are pretty good. The Golden Tate now is falling in line. He's done some certain things. It seems like we're headed in the right direction. And, whoa, it's like, just think about when Joe Judge got hired. Just like, who the hell is Joe Judge? And all of a sudden, like, all of us are in line. He's 38 years old. He's still fairly young. He still has a lot of experience left. But the fact that he knows how to coach offensive line, I'm pretty sure he's a linebacker. So his depth of knowledge at every single position is really impressive. To be able to teach, to be able to do everything. And that's what a long-term head coach is going to be. That's what it is. So we found our guy. Do you think that the Browns found their guy for long-term? Do you think that, certain teams found, like, you take a look at it? But Matt Rule, maybe. But, Dallas Cowboys, it looks like we made a really good hire here. And imagine if this happened to the Jets. Imagine if, like, all of a sudden their head coach was about to fist fight their offensive line coach. Imagine they were like, they were a dumpster fire. But then when it's the Giants, we're in such a good spot right now that, like, it's just a good spot to be in. Like, the fact that this story didn't come out like the Giants are a dumpster fire. We're a 3-7 team, and our coach is about to fight our offensive line coach. They had a verbal altercation. That in any other situation would be really bad. But we kind of got lucky based on our situation, based on how Washington, Dallas, and the Eagles, both, they all don't want to win the division. We haven't really put in a good statement to win this division. As far as Jason Garrett, he has ties to Mark Colombo. I don't think he's going to be mad like, why'd you fire Mark Colombo? He was the one guy that I was talking to and the whatever. But Jason Garrett, apparently, according to QB School, he's having some mundane, old sort of formations that I don't quite understand. I'm going to pretend like I understand. I'm just going to follow him. He just sees. It's like, oh, this doesn't work. We have like 8 blockers and then 2 routes, and then they're just like slants that are double covered. Like, what are you doing? But as far as Jason Garrett, I think it's more likely that we get rid of him than he moves on and becomes a head coach somewhere else. Where would he go? He's not going to take another offensive coordinator position, I don't think, unless he just really hates it in New York. But you take a look at the Falcons, Raheem Morris looks pretty good. The Jets, is he really going to go to the Jets? Like, if they get Trevor Lawrence, it could be an interesting job with Joe Douglas, and don't have to move really anywhere. but it would be kind of disrespectful to the Giants organization. He's been here. John Mara trusts him. By the way, John Mara, inside hires, doesn't really work well. Joe Judge, he's going to start getting more connections. It's going to be interesting to see Joe Judge hires. But back on to the Jason Garrett point with where he's going to coach. My favorite would just be Jacksonville because Doug Marrone is just a dead man walking. Why didn't they fire him yet? He should have been fired like 12 months ago, but before the season ended last year. It's kind of like Dan Quinn. You know he's going to get fired. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Just rip it off. And as far as ripping the Band-Aid off for the Giants, if we were to fire him, people are like, oh, Daniel Jones will have to learn 4 offensive systems in 4 years. First of all, he's smart. I think he'll be fine. And second of all, if you don't think Jason Garrett's the guy, why wait a year? It's not like he needs to charge his brain and charge his memory. There's not a limited capacity of brain knowledge about football plays. The dude is going to be fine. They're not gonna burn like a Matt Nagy or a guy that's just gonna change the system like a Sean McVay. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna bring in offense with basic concepts. He's gonna learn them. He's gonna have a non-COVID year to learn them. And overall, I think it's going to be solid for the Giants. And we have the 30th ranked offense. We played pretty good defenses. But, we take a look at this last game, we had a 30-yard Daniel Jones run. We had some, even throughout the entire season, pump blocks, kick return touchdowns, kind of a little bit of fluke like Miami stuff. And we think Miami's offense is a little bit of a fluke too. But the Giants, we are a talented team. Pat Shurmur had us 19th last year. We went back, I think we stripped down to the studs, and we are building up this offense now, and I really like it. I really like the way that we're heading, but let's not be a 30th ranked offense by the end of the year. We play the Bengals, we play the Seahawks, we play some bad defenses. Let's have some Daniel Jones 3 touchdown games. I've been discussing that over the past couple of days. Let's see what Daniel Jones can do. Obviously, he's a game manager. He can play in multiple amounts of games. You have some quarterbacks that can't. Kyler Murray, he can do it. I think. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but there's some quarterbacks that can't play a game manager like Josh Allen. Are you sure we can do like a dink and dunk type game and have 75% completion percentage? He's shown a little flashes, but I think Daniel Jones can do it. Jason Garrett, he's decent. I thought he would suck for us. I was really questionable about him, but it seems like we're kind of going in the right direction. But obviously there are things that you can critique. He knows 50 times more football than I'll ever know. But hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.